Hello 10th grade chemistry students, and welcome to today's Explainer. Today we are covering a very important and interesting topic, the purity of water. As you prepare for your board exams, it's crucial not just to passively read, but to truly understand and memorize these academic concepts. हम पहले concepts को English में read करेंगे, और फिर I will explain them to you step by step, ताकि हर एक point आपके mind में perfectly lock हो जाए. So get ready to actively participate and memorize with me. Okay, let's dive into this. Our sections for today are 1. The baseline of pure water. 2. The boiling point test. 3. The melting point test. 4. Impurities as constant changers. 5. Real-life water classifications. And finally, 6. Quick knowledge check. Section 1. The baseline of pure water.
Before we can test if water is pure, we actually need to understand exactly what makes it pure in a strict chemistry context. This brings us to STP, or Standard Temperature and Pressure. This means the specific baseline atmospheric conditions required to accurately measure the physical constants of a substance. Students, जब भी हम lab में boiling point या melting point measure करते हैं, we absolutely have to maintain STP. अगर हमारी atmospheric conditions standard नहीं होंगी, तो हमारी readings accurate नहीं आएंगी. It's basically a strict baseline rule.
And under those standard conditions, we have our absolute numbers. The boiling point of pure water is exactly 100 degrees Celsius. And the freezing or melting point of pure water is exactly 0 degrees Celsius. ये दो absolutely critical physical constants हैं. Under standard conditions, these numbers are absolute. मतलब अगर पानी 100% pure है, तो इन values में कोई तब्दीली नहीं होगी. They are completely locked in.
Section 2. The boiling point test.
Now, how do we actually test this in a lab setting? Here is the step-by-step methodology. Step 1. Heat the water sample at STP. आप simply उस पानी के sample को standard conditions में heat करेंगे. Step 2. Record the exact temperature when it boils. जैसे ही water actually boil होना शुरू हो, आप thermometer से exact temperature note करेंगे. Step 3. Confirm if it boils at exactly 100 degrees Celsius. अगर ये exactly 100 degrees पर boil होता है, then boom, congratulations, it is a pure sample of water. This step-by-step method बहुत simple है, but it's highly reliable.
Section 3. The melting point test.
Instead of heating, we can also test purity via cooling. Step 1. Cool the water sample until it freezes. पहले आप sample को freeze करेंगे जब तक वो solid ice ना बन जाए. Step 2. Observe the temperature when the ice begins to melt. Step 3. Confirm if it melts at exactly 0 degrees Celsius. And this brilliantly illustrates how the reverse process works exactly like the heating process. अगर आपका ice perfectly 0 degrees पर melt हो रहा है, तो you know for sure कि आपका water sample बिल्कुल pure है.
Section 4. Impurities as constant changers.
So what exactly happens when the water isn't perfectly pure? Well, impurities act as physical constant changes. Let's look at the numbers. For boiling point, the pure constant is 100 degrees Celsius, but the effect of impurities slightly increases it. For melting point, the pure constant is 0 degrees Celsius, but the effect of impurities lowers it below 0 degrees Celsius. तो हम एक simple formula हमेशा याद रखें students. Impurities हमेशा boiling point को थोड़ा सा बढ़ाती हैं और melting point को हमेशा 0 से decrease करती हैं.
But wait, we have an exception alert. At high altitudes or lower pressure, the boiling and melting point values of water will change, regardless of purity. इसका मतलब ये है कि अगर आप किसी पहाड़ पर हैं, at a very high altitude, जहाँ atmospheric pressure naturally कम होता है, वहाँ pure पानी भी 100 degrees पर boil नहीं होगा. So altitude and atmospheric pressure are huge variables. Always keep this in mind for those tricky board exam questions.
Section 5. Real-life water classifications.
Let's apply these abstract rules to some everyday examples. First, distilled water. It is completely pure, used in labs, has a neutral pH of 7, and is a totally bad conductor of electricity. Dusri taraf, we have tap water. It is impure, meant for domestic use, has a pH between 6.5 and 8.5, and is a very good conductor of electricity due to dissolved ions. ये dissolved ions ही असल में वो impurities हैं, जो tap water को electricity का अच्छा conductor बनाती हैं, जबकि distilled water में कोई ions नहीं होते, इसलिए वो electricity conduct नहीं करता.
Section 6. Quick knowledge check. Active recall is absolutely the best way to ensure long-term memory for your board exams. So let's test what we've learned today. MQ. What is the boiling point of pure water under standard conditions? Is it A, 100 degrees Celsius, B, 0 degrees Celsius, C, 110 degrees Celsius, or D, 90 degrees Celsius? Take a quick second to think.
If you picked A, you are absolutely right. The boiling point is exactly 100 degrees Celsius.
Next MCQ, how do impurities affect the boiling point of water? Is it A, slightly increase it, B, slightly decrease it, C, they have no effect, or D, they make it zero? Remember our constant changer rule from just a few minutes ago? The correct answer is A. Impurities slightly increase the boiling point. Awesome job agar aapne sahi guess kiya.
Now for a very important short question. How can you use the melting point to identify if a water sample is impure? Think back to our cooling steps. In your exam, you would write, first, cool the sample of water until it freezes. Then, observe the temperature at which it begins to melt. A melting point below 0 degrees Celsius suggests the presence of impurities. अगर पानी 0 degrees से नीचे melt होना शुरू हो, तो उसका specifically मतलब है कि water sample ज़रूर impure है.
Final thought for today. If distilled water is 100% pure, perfectly hits our physical constants, and is completely safe from bacteria, why isn't it recommended as our primary daily drinking water? The answer is that while it is technically very safe, it lacks the essential dissolved dietary minerals that our human bodies literally need to stay healthy. So you see, purity in chemistry doesn't always mean it's the healthiest option for human biology. एक बहुत interesting concept है, right? Keep that in mind as you review today's material. Thank you so much for joining this explainer, और आपके board exams के लिए best of luck.